The forgotten gardener, the spotlight of the society's grand hall, seared my skin as Dr. Voss's voice boomed. Your methods are quaint superstition, Miss Thorne. We are not in the age of folklore. My hands trembled as he tore up my grant proposal, scattering pages like ash. My family's laughter echoed from the balcony, my father's chuckle, my sister's snicker. I fled then, clutching the remnants of my dream, hard a fist of shattered glass. They called me foolish. My mother whispered, "Stick to what's practical, dear," while my father muttered, "No one wants to see dirt in their vegetables." My brother, a lawyer, said, "You're a disgrace to the family name." I packed my tools one sleepless night, soil still caked in my fingernails, and left behind the mockery and the land that had birthed it. For years I wandered. I worked in abandoned greenhouses, studied ancient texts in dusty libraries, and grafted seeds from forgotten civilizations onto modern plants. My hands bled from thorns. My savings vanished into soil samples and salvaged tools. Critics called me mad. Genetic engineering is the future, they said. You're digging up the past. But I pressed on, guided by a single rule: plants do not care about human opinion. They care about roots, water, patience. Then, the breakthrough. In a drought-stricken wasteland in Kenya, I cracked the code. Using 2,000-year-old Mesopotamian clay pots buried beneath the soil to mimic prehistoric humidity, seeds of a vanished acacia tree sprouted like green lightning. I replicated this across barren acres, coaxing life from sterile earth. Word spread. Governments sent delegations. The media fawned over my impossible resurrections. The society that cast me out sent a trembling apology letter. Now I stood at the edge of their backyard, the place of my childhood, where they'd once called my dreams a joke. My boots crunched gravel as I parked the rental car, its trunk loaded with soil samples, seed catalogs, and a tablet displaying drone footage of my work. A sign read, "Thorn Restoration Ecology Reviving Earth One Seed at a Time." "Mom, Dad, come see this." They emerged cautiously, faces lined by time and their own stubbornness. My sister clutched her designer bag like a shield. "We heard you were," my father began, then stopped. The land before us was unrecognizable. A meadow of wildflowers spilled into a former cornfield, their roots breaking through concrete cracks. Rare orchids bloomed beside a stream I'd rerouted, its banks thick with ferns I'd revived from Amazonian seeds. A drone hummed overhead, capturing the scene for a documentary crew. "How?" my mother breathed, her voice cracking. I knelt, brushing soil from a sapling, a Wollemi pine, thought extinct until I unearthed its DNA in a 1980s herbarium. "Ancient techniques," I said, pressing a leaf into her palm. "This tree survived 2 million years because it adapted to harsh conditions. We're just helping it remember." My sister scoffed, but her eyes flicked to the tablet where a video played. "Local hero revives lost ecosystems," the narrator praising my radical, hopeful vision. "You mocked me for playing gardener," I said, standing. "But this land, it's not just plants, it's water tables, wildlife, futures. You laughed because you couldn't see what's possible beyond your field lines." I gestured to the meadow. "Now do you?" My father's jaw tightened. "We didn't know, I know," I said softly. "You were afraid. But fear doesn't restore forests." Silence stretched. Then my mother wept quiet, discreet tears. My sister finally dropped her bag, staring at the acacia tree, its branches cradling a nest of hummingbirds. "The society," my father began. "Let them talk," I interrupted. "I'm not here for their praise. I'm here because this land needed me." That night, over the first meal I'd cooked them in years, a stew of heirloom tomatoes and drought-resistant herbs, they didn't speak of my failure. Instead, my sister asked about the orchids. My brother mused about sustainable farming. My father simply held a sprig of the revived acacia, whispering, "How do you make something so alive?" I smiled. "You don't force growth, you create space for it. They'll never say they were wrong, but they'll never forget." Epilogue: some roots run deeper than soil. Some dreams outlive the hands that try to bury them. I learned that the earth doesn't keep score. It only remembers how to grow. And sometimes, The most stubborn seeds bloom in the very cracks of the doubt that try to stop them.